Hi Libra, this is going to be your mid-November reading, seeing what the middle to the end of Scorpio season is bringing in for you guys. It's good for any placement of Libra in your natal chart, but as always, keep in mind this is a general reading, so it might not resonate with everyone that watches, or maybe only parts of it will. Take the reading if it applies to you, or the parts that apply to you, and what doesn't, leave behind. It was meant for someone else, okay? If you want to book a private reading with me, the link to my website is down in the description below this video and all my YouTube videos. If you're new, welcome to Chandra Tarot. Subscribe and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. But wait, guess what? If you're new, you need to know that I created a whole channel just for Libra and also Sagittarius. That other channel is called Chandra Libra. I read for you guys over there every 3 to 5 days. So please subscribe to both channels and hit the bell on both channels so you know when I read for you. All right, Chandra Libra, let's get into it. Spirit kind of led me down a rabbit hole. This might be kind of a long reading. I'm working on not being so long-winded, but my South Node in Gemini makes it difficult for me not to talk too much. So I'm going to try to be brief. So let's get right into it. They wanted me to use 2 different astrology decks, which tells me there's a lot in focus for you. A lot of houses are in focus, different planets are influencing you, different signs are influencing you right now. Your animal totems for mid-month are zebra and spider. I also have cobra in the upright. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. There is a lingering and a hovering here happening with cobra. Some of you have or need to find a teacher when you are ready to be taught. Others of you are becoming leaders and teachers and mentors in your own right. When you're ready to learn the lesson, the teacher will appear. When others are ready to be your students, you're ready to teach. And that might be on your mind right now. I do have Chiron here, so teaching and learning remedies. You could be helping others right now heal and teach and learn remedies, or you could be about ready to learn. But there is someone here ready to help. With zebra and spider, you have a lot of unique qualities right now that really need support. And with zebra is there's no one quite like you. I feel like zebra is a card I would associate with Libra. Libra is more of a unicorn, though, to me. We're very eclectic and different. Zebra came out for Taurus, too. How ironic. Both signs are ruled by Venus. It must be a Venus thing. Some of you are very unique and very individualistic. Aquarius energy as well. There's no one quite like you right now, Libra. I see that some of you want to be able to blend into the environment. I see a need to develop your psychic intuitive muscle as well. Some of you are niche, quirky, different, zany, really cool. The zebra does want to be acknowledged for their unique qualities. And when it comes in the reverse, watch out for a feeling of being pouty. It may be a signal and a symbol to you that you're not getting the support that you need. It's important to feel out your environment right now. The spider does meticulously weave a work of art, and it sits in the center of its web, and it will feel anything that steps on it. They are predator animals. They just lay their trap, and they're highly observant. It speaks to maternal energy, intuitive energy, and supportive energy. Some of you may be bowing out of a scenario because you feel like it might even be a group dynamic where you don't feel like you're getting the support that you need. You may also have a person around you that's somewhat attention-seeking but not very supportive. You yourself might not be able to support others at this time. It's important that you get support and that you're allowed to be the real you. Don't be afraid to take the web apart if it's not going the way, or if it's not creating the support system for yourself or others that you want. Watch out for being overly fussy and scrutinizing over details and being a perfectionist. Conversely, watch out for missing important details. You may not get the attention that you want right now, but if you feel like you deserve it, go find the support that you need. Yeah, that's important. Lots of astrology activations for you. The second house is in focus. Mars is in focus. The sign of Scorpio is coming out. Saturn is coming out. And the 7th house, Chiron and Aquarius. I liked some of these messages, very much so. The second house, breadwinner. The second house is about money, finances, assets, our earning potential, and what we place value on, and our own self-worth as it relates to the material plane. Breadwinner, your ability to grow your finances through earned income is receiving a special blessing right now. So that doesn't mean that you just hit the lottery necessarily. It means that now is a really good time for earning potential for you. So your ability to grow your own finances it's highlighted in a positive way mid-November. Scorpio is coming out with Mars. The evolution of man and woman. Allow transformation to enter your life. You will transform not only yourself, but others as well. I think you're being asked to be a catalyst. I have a Mercury in Scorpio. And I like Scorpio. They're my favorite water sign. But one of the things I notice about Scorpio is that what everyone else considers the elephant in the room, Scorpio is not afraid to go there. They will be a catalyst for not only change, but deep transformation. Like they are the elephant in the room. They will go all the way there. Allow transformation in your life. Don't fight transformation. Allow change and transformation to enter your life. You may need to transform yourself in some way, and when you do, you could inspire others to change as well. I feel as though you have a seminal role to play in your life and maybe in the life of someone else around you, but you're going to have to be the domino effect, and you're going to have to be the one to allow the transformation to happen, even if everyone is fighting you and it makes you and other people kind of uncomfortable. In particular, a romantic connection or a male-female connection. I do have the 7th house. Of course, I know not all of you do opposite sex relationships. It doesn't matter. It could be happening between a man and a woman. It could be happening between 2 women and 2 men. There is a need for transformation with significant partnerships. Watch out. We have Mars in retrograde, and it is retrograding. And what happens? We go back to the old fights that we wish we fought to begin with. Tempers flare. You or someone close to you may be engaging in inappropriate displays of anger. So watch out for having a bad temper, and be observant of other people's inappropriate displays of anger as well. We could have some flaring tempers. Aquarius. No one sees the world quite the way you do. Celebrate your unique voice and one-of-a-kind style. Yeah, tempers flaring around you may be a signal that someone is fighting transformation and evolution. All you can do is be you, Libra, even if it pisses other people off. That might tell you something. I like that breadwinner card very much. Saturn in the 7th house came out, and they came out together. They were not together in the deck, but they wanted to be read together. Saturn, the part of you that accepts a challenge to gain wisdom. Check your Saturn placement. If you have any Capricorn in your chart, this will serve you well. But it's connected to significant partnerships. This is the 7th house is our house. It's the house of Libra. I'm a Libra too. This area of your life is about long-term significant partnerships, romantic, business, or family. You may have to accept a challenge right now with a significant partnership, but if you accept that challenge and you allow for that scorpionic transformation, you could gain wisdom. That might not be fun. Saturn isn't always about the fun. That's Leo in the 5th house and sometimes the 3rd house in Gemini, right? There's a little bit more gravitas, stoicism when Saturn comes out connected to the 7th house. You're meant to be challenged right now and learn something. You will gain wisdom that will impact significant partnerships, romantic, business, and family. I also see Chiron at the bottom of the deck. Man, here's Mars again. I feel like needs to happen for you. Something needs to kind of pop off and blow so that a transformation can happen that may have been stifled. It will take hard work. Saturn will help you with the hard work. It just wants you to leave a legacy behind, you know? That's what Saturn wants. Chiron is an original wound that becomes our Achilles heel over time. And when Chiron comes out, I mean, we don't have our Chiron return until like 50. But this is about your healing power and empathy and ability to teach and learn remedies. Remember that you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You're not here to heal other people's wounds. You're here to heal your own. And you can just role model that goodness to others. But you may be activating an original wound right now. You may be in a Chiron cycle. Now is a really good time to see it and be empathetic towards it. There's a lot of healing power around you and within you right now. And it's a good time to teach and learn remedies. And it could really help significant partnerships. The Chiron wound will often manifest itself in our significant relationships. So it could be a bit of a struggle right now. What's on your mind the most? Wisdom of the House of the Night. Your self-worth, the oaths you take, and complicated. High Priestess of Fire is at the bottom of the deck, and fulfillment. Ooh, that's the Queen of Wands. Some of you really need to examine your own self-worth and think about what oath you've taken and why. A promise is being made. What are you taking an oath to? And how is that impacting your self-worth? Some of you are in a complicated situation right now, but I think the way to fulfillment is to honor your true sense of self. We could have a fire sign around you as well. I'm also hearing another Libra, Capricorn, Aquarius, Scorpio. Yeah, a lot of Capricorn energy I'm feeling. To thine own self be true. The High Priestess of Fire is a fiery, passionate person with a very strongly defined sense of self. She is at her worst selfish, but at her best puts herself first. You may be very inspired by another person right now, and that might be making it complicated for you to keep an oath. If anyone is struggling with fidelity, it might be because your self-worth is impacting you on a subconscious level. But it's like for my feminines in particular, like you've got to be true to you. You've got to be able to scatter your energy and focus on yourself. But that might be complicated because you've obligated yourself and taken an oath to something else. Your self-worth and your self-esteem is going to be in focus. Refuse to be used, Libra, for sure. One more oracle message. I wasn't going to use my deck, but Spirit asked me to. A new friend, misery loves company, oblivious, but spiritual awakening. I want to get to know you better is at the bottom of the deck. Also high on a fantasy. Watch out for getting too high. Let your fantasies become dreams that can become reality. Okay. Misery loves company is the newest addition to this deck that my daughter made. Some of you have made a new friend, and you might be oblivious to the deeper motivations behind the friendship. This Misery Loves Company card asks us to do something, and it asks us to evaluate relationships we have in our lives. You could have a brand new connection in your life, and the two of you can commiserate. You may be bonding over shared trauma. That's not bad or wrong, but it can create a stagnancy. Do you want to constantly stay in a situation where you're both miserable? Or can you be miserable but try to think of ways to get out of that misery together? Watch out for a new connection that involves misery loves company. That person may be oblivious to them doing that to you or you to them, but there could be this relationship could take a turn. I feel like relationships that are unproductive could take a turn and you could have a spiritual awakening because of that relationship. I think you're still getting to know that person. You may be talking about cycles and patterns that you play out. This may come in the form of a new friend. Cool, interesting. It's like you have a chance to take a relationship one way or the other. Do you want to sit around and complain and focus on your bonds of trauma? Or can you acknowledge mutual bonds of trauma and then maybe focus on positive things and change together? That would be productive for sure. They wanted me to do kind of an interesting spread here. And then they wanted me to clarify your environment with another oracle deck. It was an interesting little ride here, opening up your reading. So the way you're seeing yourself right now, Libra, is the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Three of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. We could have an earth sign in our midst. You could be waiting to hear from someone. For my feminines, with the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Swords, you have very good boundaries and you're very direct right now. You're thinking with your head and not with your heart. Your analytical mind will be very on point. Any ideas you have right now, Libra, will be good. You could also have a feminine around you that very much wants to have a breakthrough and communicate with you, but she might want to define the truth and get the last word, in particular if she is an Aquarius. But I feel like you guys know the truth. I think you're thinking about the future, but with the Knight of Pentacles, you could be at a distance from an earth sign, a younger earth sign. It's also possible that some of you really want a nice steady routine. You want something predictable. Don't expect perfection out of yourself. Watch out for going in circles. And based on what I see here, some of you might be struggling to step outside of a comfort zone. You may also be waiting to hear from a person that is slow to respond. I clarified the Knight of Pentacles, and I got the Eight of Cups, but then the High Priestess, and then the Seven of Pentacles. I don't think you really know how you feel about something. You may be turning your back on something right now. Something might be really disappointing you. You might be kind of emotionally avoidant even, or just trying to put stuff behind you. I think you're keeping a lot to yourself right now. It's like you turn around and you walk away, but then you're like, wait, I need to check in with my intuition. And then you just stand there and just waiting for something to happen. I feel the need to say, keep your eyes trained on yourself. This person may keep you waiting to communicate with you. You yourself may be struggling to let something go. Should I stay or should I go? You do you, boo, and let them do them. I think you've invested quite a bit of time in something, and there is a need to be patient. Some of you are wondering if you should consider to invest in hard work, or when you think about something you want to do in the future, you know how much work it will take. It may take up to 7 years. Are some of you going to medical school? You might be. And it's like, what do I leave behind so that I can patiently invest in this, or should I stay or should I go? With the High Priestess and the Ace of Swords here, whatever your intuition is telling you, whether it's comfortable or not to hear, is probably the truth. Trust your own brilliant ideas right now. But some of you may be struggling to step outside of a comfort zone, or you have to accept that challenge. Knight of Pentacles for me is Virgo. They will diligently toil. It will take time. Be patient with yourself, Libra. And I was like, okay, well, what's this about? What's this Seven of Pentacles about? This guy's like, when do I get to stop plowing the fields, for crying out loud? When do I get to pick all this fruit off of this bush and cash in my chips? Like, when do I get to pick these apples and make applesauce? Like, why are we doing this? Is it necessary? I think that you are going to radically accept to just hang in there in a situation and make it work, because that's the sacrifice that it would be required of you to make. Or is it? It would appear that this is stressful and confusing. You also look a little paranoid, curious about what will happen next. So the Knight of Cups, the Hermit, the Six of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Hangman. I feel like these two are talking to each other and with each other. It's like this Knight of Cups always looks like he's looking down, and it's like, is this dream really worth it here? Do I want to keep pouring my heart into something? I always feel like he's looking down at this cup like, should I hand this to someone else or should I just drink it myself? Has this gone sour or is it still good? Am I being too idealistic? Am I being immature? What am I emotionally and creatively pouring my heart into, and why? And I feel like the Hermit is like, well, I don't know. Let me shed some light on that for you, kid. Let me just tip my light down in there. Let's examine this together. That could be a person in your life helping you do that. It could also be a guide trying to help you to do self-analysis. Like, what am I pouring my heart into and why? Six of Swords, kind of a rite of passage, and I notice that he's far away from the shore that he's trying to go to. I know you don't want any more conflict, loss, or change. You just want to kind of glide and take it easy. But it is a somber solo journey here. Three of Pentacles, you're going to continue to make it work. This could be happening in like a career path, with a family member or a romantic partner, because that 7th house came out. Do I continue to do this here? I do think you want to be recognized and rewarded for what you bring to the table. You may be approaching the 3rd year of a 3-year cycle, or you are about to enter a 3 to 7 year cycle. These two, with this Knight, they won't move quick. The Hangman. You may be in a situation that you have put yourself in. You may or may not have. This isn't entirely comfortable. Nevertheless, you find yourself here. And you must radically accept and see things for what they really are. And you cannot unsee what you have seen. But it would appear that it is difficult for you to look at what you see. You may be facing some skeletons in your closet and experiencing stress and fear and worry. Ask yourself if it's worth it. So I assumed that this might be romantic love or family or career, you know, one of those significant partnerships. And I wanted to get a little bit of insight into the person in the environment or your projection onto them. Take this as it resonates. I do see quite a bit of love and happiness here, but I also see some sticky stuff that needs to be acknowledged, addressed, and worked through. I have love. The Sun, this could quite literally be your sun, because I have the Sun here. None of you all have a Sun, though, or it could be a Leo in your life. I also think maybe Gemini as well. Capricorn here. Scorpio here. With love in the Sun, there's happiness and love and a lot of optimism. But there's also the zombies and the broken mirror. The Flame is at the bottom of the deck. Someone likes instant gratification. Okay. Well, these 3 cards are negative and they're tainting this connection or this person. Stuff from the past like keeps coming up and tempting this person and pulling them back into cycles that are like the broken mirror, like bad luck, shit that just keeps attacking them and coming back from the dead, quite literally. And it just puts them in this place where they keep playing out patterns and cycles of bad luck. And there's a temptation here to continue to indulge in this. This person's luck could turn around if they could acknowledge where the devil exists for them, and they stopped putting themselves into scenarios where they are susceptible to bringing shit back to life that just needs to stay dead. Now, sometimes it's unavoidable. Something bad might keep happening to this person over and over and over and over again. And sometimes that just happens. But other times, if we look a little bit deeper, most of the time we can see how we are leaving ourselves open and susceptible to this. And I can see that they might be a little bit. I wanted to know like where this was coming from, like what part of their life this was playing out in, just to give you a further clue. And this could be how you feel about everyone in your life, or how this one person on your mind is what you need to know about them. The dogs and the kiss up. Okay, so they may surround themselves with some people that are good friends. The dogs are good and they're friends. The rats and the cats are not good. The dogs are good, but the kiss up. This person may surround themselves with people that like there's loyalty between them, but this person just keeps like, people keep kissing their ass or they kiss their ass. It's like this person does have support, but they may allow other people to take advantage of them in some way. There may be a relationship happening that there are some hidden motivations that keep creating bad luck. And that needs to be seen and shed light upon and addressed. You may know all of that about this person or this situation. Watch out that you don't keep kissing a person's butt so that you get something from them and then get yourself in a scenario that you didn't want to be in. And you may need to acknowledge that about this person. Their cycles of bad luck and stuff haunting them from the past is because they may fall prey to like suck-ups in their life. It's like they're not all bad, but with the dogs, but there's something weird there. And this person may need to choose between you and their friends or you and their family. Also, a definition needs to be put on a relationship. Is this love or are we just friends? And are you going to suck me into your bad luck and your bad cycles? Because I got enough to deal with. Yeah. Don't let anyone take you out of your power. It's only complicated if you let it be. Okay. And yeah, you may have to break an oath in order to claim like a freedom or a self-worth or something, but you might not be getting the support that you need, Libra. So move towards the connections where like there can be spiritual growth and development and where you're getting support, and accept the challenges that will bring wisdom into your life. Some of you are really ready to learn something. Now is the time, and see things for what they really are. Yeah. All right, Libra, that's mid-November. Hope it resonates and hope it helps. Check out my other channel, Soma Chandra Libra, and don't forget the link to my website for one-on-one readings is down in the description below. I'm always listening to the universe for you, dear Libra Nation. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.